Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a video on my rainbow baby today. So yes, I talked a bit about it in my last one, my pregnancy journey, but I didn't go into full detail and like the full extent of how we got here, how I am now, blah blah blah. So we started trying for this one, it was mid this year, fell late this year, and for months, every time like I thought I wasn't. So this month, the month I found out, I didn't even think that I would be. So my period is late, but my period is a bit off anyway. And my little girl come up to me and she pointed at my belly and was like, "Baby," and I was like, "What?" And so the next day we took a test and these are them, because when you're a mum you keep them. I've kept all my ones, especially the ones I lost. But yeah, they come up before I'd even put it down, and I'd done two. And it's like strong as anything. So yeah, I think it was that we found out, and then a week or so later, we went to the doctor because I was in pain, and so we went for our first scan too early. The next scan, there was nothing there, and they said there's a big chance that I was going to lose, or I had already lost it, and that was hard because it was like deja vu all over again. But when we went back a week later, we saw that tiny little thing on the screen with a heartbeat, a good heartbeat. When I saw it, I was relieved, but it wasn't like, proper excitement still. So like when I saw these, I was more scared, I was more anxious, there was like no excitement. When I saw that, it was, okay, it's there, but so we saw our last one and we lost the one after. When we went back we'd lost it. I lost it at like 9 weeks. I was in like 6 or 7 weeks here. So obviously I thought there's still a chance I could lose it. And then we didn't have another scan until it was like 12 weeks, and that wait was horrible. I think the whole time I just pretended like I wasn't even pregnant. And I felt like I was, obviously, because I was getting sickness and everything, but I just kept telling myself, obviously, to get through it. I kept thinking like I was gonna start bleeding, I was gonna go back, and there was not going to be nothing there. There was like no positivity at all until I got to my 12-week scan. And then when I got to the 12-week scan, it was like waiting for them to say everything's fine, and then you could see the baby moving around, jumping up and down. So this was a 12-week one. Little face. It's like when it starts to look more human and you start thinking, I've actually got to the 12-week mark, this is good, it's more positive, but I wasn't still. I was probably about 30% positive, 70% non-positive. And then when we went for our 16-week one, there's a well-being and gender one, and we found out what we was having. And we even got like a little sneak peek. I've got these photos on my Instagram if you can't see them very well. Yeah. It looked like looking from like a tiny little blob to a 12-week to this, like actually looking like a baby. Was that really nice? Little face, little nose. I think that's when I started feeling a bit better. Like obviously not completely, more like 50-50. And obviously when you find out what it is I'm not going to slip up. I had to record this again because I slipped up. You bond more, and obviously you think of names and you think of the future more. I thought I knew what it was, and with my last ones I thought I knew as well. So, but when you get it confirmed and then you actually see it past like the 16, you know, around the 16-week mark, it's great, because obviously my other ones never got to that point. And when I had Amber Rose, I was young and it was quite scary and everything, and obviously now we've got our own home, we've got family. Amber Rose wants a little sibling, and it like sinks in more. And so I've struggled a lot, and I want to do a video on that because you can't fit this in this one. With this to be, like, I'm obviously happy I'm carrying a healthy baby, but there's always the part of denial. It's like, I still, in my head, I don't know, I don't feel like I will ever actually meet this baby, but what I've learnt to do is try to take it like day by day, week by week, and, you know, enjoy all the little parts, like seeing it move around on the screen, like you see its little legs stretch out, its long little legs, and then you saw it like drinking the water and like putting its hand up to its face, and obviously it seems more human and real, and it does make you feel better. But say, support, especially after losing one, is important. It's like, I went to the doctors after a certain amount of time because I knew the way I was feeling wasn't normal. The reason why I hadn't told people till I did was like everyone was going to expect me to be like 100% a-okay. And it was only around the time I started telling people that I actually was starting to feel okay-ish, like, you know, better. Obviously I want this and I'm happy, but there's parts like the anxiety, like you'll never meet it, so it's going to happen. Like now it's a proper little baby. You have like the fear, like you'll have it early and it wouldn't survive now. It's like you have all that anxiety. I'd say I've had support from my midwife, I've had support from my doctor, and I've got a consultant now, which I'm seeing soon. All the checks and midwife appointments so far have looked fine. So yeah, it's like, if you feel like you're not 100%, or you feel down, or you just don't feel happy being pregnant, like not the fact you don't feel happy having a baby, you just don't feel happy in yourself, like you don't want to go out, you don't want to talk to people, you don't want to talk about the baby because, well, you don't want to show anything or pretend like it's real, because then if you do, it feels like, say it's going to happen, that's not normal and you need to talk to someone about it. That's what I did, and like, obviously it was really hard because I don't like talking to people about how I feel, especially one-to-one. But like, as soon as I went to the doctors, I just broke down, and I was like, obviously I've been feeling a certain way, and you feel horrible as well, because when you've got a child already and you're feeling down, you don't want to do much, and you're staying indoors, or you just want to sit there and do nothing, so you don't, like, you know, trying to make sure you don't do anything wrong to harm it. And you've got your other little child, and you feel like a bad mum because you're like neglecting them as such, because you're not doing, or you're not playing with them as much because you're down, and you're just not being there for them. So you have all that on top of everything else. And like, when people think when you get pregnant after, or they tell you once you lost one, as soon as you get pregnant it's fine, it's not. It's like saying if you lose one child you still got another. It's not the same. It's like, I feel so sorry for the women that have never ever have a children and they're still trying. But me having one now doesn't take away the pain of the ones I lost, and it's actually made it a lot more difficult to come to terms with this one, and trying, let's just say, to bond, letting myself bond, letting my guard down. I started thinking, like, what if I didn't let my guard down? What if I didn't start enjoying this? And then something did happen. Then I've just wasted all the time, you know, not enjoying it, not doing anything. And then I would have hated it more, hated myself more, and I would have, you know, been in a worse place. So that's why I take it day by day, enjoy what I have. Especially, I'm glad I've got people around me who have been supporting me. Some haven't, but say I've been really struggling to enjoy this pregnancy, just to actually feel happy and want to do stuff and show things off. And then, like, as soon as I did want to, I've had a lot of shit from it, and it's like, it's brought feelings back. But it's like, don't let anyone ruin the time for you. See, I don't think we'll be having any more, but if we do, that'll be like lucky, you know. But this is, as I think, will be my last one, my last pregnancy, hopefully.
Mommy, you want to...
Well, you know, I hope this one goes well, so I don't have to go through it all over again, because the hormones and the anxiety and basically depression, they haven't been nice. And so mentally it's been hard, but into a better place than I was. And so, like, when we went to the 16-week scan, we even got a little teddy bear with its heartbeat. Yeah. So yeah, and we started buying stuff for what it is. But this is what we got when we revealed it. It's so cute. Look how little. And we got the rainbow. Guess it's our rainbow. Obviously we've been trying for like 2 years. Obviously we lost 2. So my pregnancy had trouble staying. So we still have been trying for 2 years. So like next year we're going to have the baby we've tried for like ages. Amber Rose is going to have the sibling we've tried for ages. It's like, I didn't care what we're having. I just wanted that baby to be healthy. And yeah. See, I'm not saying how far I am yet, but I'll say I'm in the 2nd trimester. It means the risk of anything happening is lower. It means I'm a bit more positive. I've had some stuff going on, like I had a cold, and I've got a UTI, which I thought I was going into, like, you know, basically something bad happening. So I was having a load of cramping and things, and it turned out just to be that. And it's painful, but I'd rather have that than anything else. And say everything mentally, obviously Christmas is coming up, say that red. So it's looking up, and I'm enjoying the time I have with my family, with our little family. So yeah. Obviously I want this video to be more positive. I want to show people that you can come from a dark place and you can get to where I am now. But obviously you're not going to be 100%, you still have your struggles, which is just being real. Like, everyone in life has a struggle. You can have a perfect life and you can still have your problems. So I know myself, it was hard seeing other women who was pregnant and who had, you know, everything, but seeing women who had actually lost babies go on to have their rainbows and things. Obviously you don't have to go and hold their babies and things, or you just see them like this. It actually gives you some hope and reassurance, because that's what I used to do. Especially on my support group, I used to see women that had been struggling for years. We'd have like 3 or 4 miscarriages, and then they'd have a baby, their rainbow, while I was going through my monitoring. And obviously I didn't want to go and see the baby or anything, but it gave me reassurance. And it's hard seeing other women being pregnant when you're not, but you're really happy for them because you want them to be happy. You want anyone to have a healthy, happy baby. You don't like I've been made feel sometimes, make anyone feel bad for carrying a healthy baby. It's like, people don't understand what you have taken you to get to the point where you are, or how you're feeling inside, how long it's taken you to be happy, to enjoy it. So don't let anyone take away your joy for what you're feeling. Obviously, just do what you feel. So enjoy your pregnancy, get your support, make sure you're monitored, and have good mental health is just as important as physical health. And yeah, this is my rainbow story for now, and I'll update. So obviously we know what it is, and we will do our reveal on here after we tell people. And I hope you stay for that, or come back for that. And obviously I hope you're enjoying following my story and how each stage goes, and I wanted to say thank you for everyone who's watched my molar and pregnancy videos, because they mean a lot to me, especially the molar one, getting information out there, raising awareness about it. It's really important to me, and I'm really thankful that it is getting out there more, so women can be understood more about what they've gone through. So, if you want more, comment what you think, if you've gone through it, if you want a talk, subscribe, want more, and I'll see you for my next one.